Goeiedag en hartlik welkom by 30 Mei se episode van Agri Monitor. Ek is Elvira en ek kuier Dinsdae saam met julle in hierdie landbou-uitsending. Nou in vandag se Plaas segment kyk ons na 'n kort video van Agribank oor die impak van beweiding op jou weiveld. In nuusgesprek kyk ons na die plase van die toekoms. Agra Provision se Penny Haufiku wys vir ons hoe aqua en hidroponiese stelsels werk. Nou ja, baie gepas in 'n land waar dit droog is en daar kompetisie vir grond is. Bly ingeskakel.
Funding part of it and the risk aspects that are related to the potato production is also quite.
So I'm Penny Haufiku. I work for Agra Provision. It's a training department of Agra. Okay. And we mostly do training on different things like hydroponics, aquaponics, horticulture, animal health, poultry farming, rabbit farming, pig farming, and many other training courses. So now in Namibia itself, the old way of farming is out. Because we do not have enough rain, our soils are dying out. We have to merge the old way of farming with the new technology and see how we can secure ourselves with food. Okay, so our rainfall, it decreases, it's decreasing, and if we really see it this year, I'm not sure we can even put it on the map. I don't think so. Because this year's rain is just the worst. So our rainfall, we are a arid country, so we are very dry. So the best rainfalls are probably found in these areas here. Wherever you see it's dark blue, that's the best rain. And then wherever it's light, it's really low rain. Now, I'm personally from here, outside the great farms, and we barely have rain. The only time we get rain is maybe in November, but we are not even up to 40 on average. Okay. So, but if you really look at our evaporation, water that is going back up, it's very much, it's a lot of water going up with little rain falling. So we are in trouble. So the traditional way of farming, which is horticulture farming with irrigation and under rainfed, it's very difficult. And the crops are dying out. But there is, and even now with farming, many people lack of land. We have a problem. Many people want to farm. Everybody wants to farm. The problem is land. Not everybody can afford land, or sometimes the space we have is too small. Okay, but there is a solution, which is hydroponics. Now hydroponics, you do not need big land at all, not at all, and it also saves up to 90% of the water. Now this is very much suitable for Namibia because we do not have water. In this system, we recirculate the water over and over again. So if you have tomatoes in there, you can have tomatoes for a very long time, and then you don't even have to refill water because the water in there can be used for the whole of 2 or 3 months of the tomato growing season. So then you don't refill water every time, like in the open field horticulture, where you have to irrigate every time and most of the water is going up. In this system, it is not the same. And this system can take up so many crops. So many different crops. You can have tomatoes in there, you can have lettuce in there. This is specifically the lettuce system that is in Vandag, just behind Nampower in the city. And they are supplying almost to the whole of restaurants in Eros, and now they are setting up a system in Safari again. So it is a very good system, and one can have it anywhere. Okay, you don't need a big land for it. You don't need a lot of water for it. Because we are using about 10% of the 100% water. Okay. Almost every crop can go here, even strawberry, which is a very high value crop, can go in there. Okay. And with this system, one has to choose which crops to put in depending on your demand or your preference. If you are growing it for yourself, then it's what you like. But if you are growing it for the market, then you must have a market. Now, us here at the village, we mostly have lettuce because people like fresh salad. So we have different types of lettuce. You can see that those are different varieties because people prefer different varieties. And this is a harvest of almost every day to all the restaurants there. So there is money in the systems. using less water to farm. And you can put basically almost everything in this system. Okay. Now this system can either be vertical, and this specific system here, this one can take up to 500 plants on one system. 500 plants on one system. So even one system like this, you can make a lot of money out of it. And this is one of the biggest systems that is now taking over the world. I know in Egypt they have one, especially in the desert countries. This is how now they are trying to secure food security. Okay? So how the system works is there's water there, and then there's a pump there. It pumps water up, and then there's sprinklers up here that keeps the root wet. All we need to do is keep the roots wet. That's all. And not the whole root, just the tip of the root. Okay? And then we can also do the vertical way, which is now the one the village is doing, and something like this. Now this you can use any material of your choice. You don't need someone to make the material for you. You don't need to buy the material. It's up to you. It's your own material. It's your choice. As long as it can hold water, it can be used. Yeah? And if you can see here, they are using PVC pipes. Okay, not very clear, but it's normal, the normal white PVC pipes. Then they just make holes in there. That's where they are growing their plants. As long as it can hold water, it's fine. Okay. And this is a system we had up at in Vandag, Agra. So there's fish in there. The fish is then feeding the rest of the plants, and then water is circulating there, so water keeps coming and going. Okay. And this is normal fold. And this is just something we build with something under, and then on top here the black plastic. It can hold water. Anything that can hold water you can use. And again, the PVC pipes, another system we have here at Agri. Okay. Anything that can hold water, you can use. And the nutrients, what we do with the nutrients, we put them in there. The water is then pumped up and then pumped back. All we do is add water or add nutrients. Now, if in this system you happen to add too much nutrients, all you can do is just dilute, add water, and if you feel like there's not enough nutrients, add nutrients. It's a very, very easy system. Okay. And again, it's another system we also have up at Agri. This is a draining or what we call a flood and drain. We flood, make sure that there's water there, and then it drains back. So when it's flooding, it's providing water and nutrients. When it's draining, it's providing oxygen. A very, very easy system. Okay. And now, what does the system need? And again, this is just one of the systems again. You only need water, enough water. Make sure that the roots are a little bit suspended. Not the whole root in the water, just a little bit. As long as the roots are touching the water, that should be enough. Nutrients that we put in the water, and then the plants will get water and nutrients at the same time. Sunshine. Plants need the sun for photosynthesis, so they need to make their own food. And then oxygen. Now in school we were taught that the leaves need, the plants need carbon dioxide, we need oxygen. But in reality, the roots also need oxygen. Because putting the whole root in water is like putting your head in the bucket of water. You won't breathe, it's suffocating, and the roots will die out. And then this is all you need to do. Okay. And again, now one has to mix fish with crops, which we call hydroponics and aquaponics, fish farming. Our fish farming industry is not well developed yet. And I know there's fish, what they call Zambezi bream. It's now in Vandag, it's selling for about $120 just the fish alone. Just the fish alone. But the market is not yet developed. Many people still prefer sea fish over freshwater fish. But the market is getting there. There are people who are busy doing it now. And I know Kamchonga is now also busy breeding or providing fingerlings to the farmers who want to start farming. It can be the same sex fingerlings or it can be the different sex fingerlings because they have access to the hormone. With fish, you can change the hormone when they are 2 to 3 days old. If you want males, they give a hormone, they all become males. If you want females, they get the hormone, they all become females. But this hormone is only with the government. It is not allowed to be given to any private person. Because those hormones are the same hormones people use to inject to look a bit muscular and so on. So ethical issues around that part of it. Okay. Now fish manure supply 10 of the 13 nutrients that are required by the plant. And then the farmer only has to supplement calcium, potassium, and iron. The rest is given by the fish. So if you have fish, your fish is feeding the plant. You don't really need to buy a lot of fertilizer except calcium, potassium, and iron. Okay. And so the fish provide the manure. The water circulates to the plants will eat out the manure, then that means the water is now clean again, go back to the fish, drop the manure, and so on. So it's a circle. And then it's not that expensive compared to a natural one where we have to buy bags of fertilizer. And fertilizer price has gone up, almost up to 200%. Fertilizer is now very, very expensive. Okay. So this is how it works. The fish drops the manure, there is bacteria that change ammonia to nitrate, the plants then take it up, clean the water go back to the fish, very clean, fish then again drop the manure, the bacteria works, and so it goes. Okay, and this bacteria is also very easy to get. You can either put rollers, hair rollers in your tank, you can put, plastic Coca-Cola plastic caps. You can put them in the tank, or the plastic nets, you can also put them in the tank. You are providing the environment, the bacteria will come. Okay, we don't buy this, it comes. All we need to do is provide an environment for it. I personally use Coca-Cola caps. The normal Coca-Cola, the red ones. I put them in there. The bacteria will grow around there, and then it will, that's then the bacteria that will come to convert the manure into food that the plant can take up. Okay. And we have different suitable fish for the aquaponic system. We have the catfish. Now this one will depend on where you are and who are your customers, because there are people who do not eat fish without scales. Especially I know the people in the Zambezi, they do not eat fish without scales, so that can't be your market. You can't sell that fish to them. And then we have the Mozambique tilapia. Now this one is a very common one because it's almost similar to the one from the sea. And then we have the normal tilapia, which is also a very suitable one. It falls in the group of the Zambezi. We have a lot of tilapias. We have the great dotted tilapia, we have the lined tilapia, we have so many types of tilapia. But these are the fish that are mostly suitable for Namibian conditions, especially our temperature, cold, summer, and so on. And then, one thing about tilapia is they go in dormancy in winter. In winter, they kind of little bit stop producing, growing, and so on. But in Namibia, we don't even have winter that much because our winter is only in the morning and in the night. During the day, it's still hot, so dormancy doesn't exist with us. Okay. And feeding the fish, it is very easy, but we are in Agra, we don't sell fish feed. But there are suppliers that sell fish feed. But for us, we don't have it yet, but hopefully it will come. Okay. So I did have a bit of fish, but my fingerlings, I used to feed them egg yolk, the yellow one. I just cook it, crush it, and then feed it to them. And then the bigger one, I used to feed them cat food, because as long as it's up to 30% protein, it qualifies for fish feed. But there are suppliers. For me, I had like about 6 fish. So obviously I wasn't farming for people, I was just trying out. It's a trial. But if you are now farming to feed people, then it is suitable to buy fish feed. And there are many people who are buying fish feed. Okay? So in this stage, when they are born, we don't need to feed them because they are born with sex, so they are born with food. And then at this age, 5 to 13 days, we feed them mostly zoo plantains. It's about 40% protein, and then from that stage, we feed them micro pellets, and then at that stage, we feed them like a pre-grower, and then at this stage, we feed them growers. Okay? And with fish, at 5 months, 4 to 5 months, you should be able to sell off. If they are not reaching that weight, or they are not reaching a marketable weight, you are doing something wrong. 4 to 5 months, they need to go. And then you bring in your fingerlings. Okay? And then again, with fish, we need to know the water quality. clean, but the water must not be clear. Because then the fish will use most of its energy trying to hide from you, then using the energy to grow. Then it needs to be dark water, and not dark, let's say brownish water. Just where they think you can't see them. Although you can see them, they think you can't see them, so they don't need to run around and use the energy to be moving up and down. Okay, and then pH. The pH level of fish must at least be between 5.5 to 6.5. Okay, and then there's pH meters. All you do is put the meter in there, it will tell you what is the pH. If the pH is off, you can line your water. I personally used to use the green bottle, the lime green bottle. That's what I used to put in there just to line my water once my pH is off. But you can also buy lime, but I personally use that bottle, the green one. Although I don't have fish anymore. Okay, and then dissolve oxygen, the fish need to breathe. If you see something like this in your tank, if you have fish and this is happening, that means they are not getting enough oxygen. You might have to pump oxygen in your tank for them to breathe properly. And then the temperature, but our temperature is sorted by the Namibian climate. We are only cold in the morning, in the evening, during the day we are warm enough. We don't need to fix that. Okay. And the bacteria I was talking about, the fish will produce manure, the fertilizer, but this is poisonous to the plants, this is also poisonous to the plants. So then there's a bacteria that will have to convert this from here to here, and then this from here to here, for the plant to be able to consume it. Now this bacteria, you can provide an environment, a suitable environment for them, they will come to you. Okay, they will be there. Once you provide an environment for them, they will be there. You can use hair rollers, you can use scales, you can use a mat, the normal gut plastic mat, they will come to grow in that mat, and then they will be able to convert the fish manure into a suitable fertilizer that the plants can consume. Plants can't consume that, they also can't consume that. So if you do not have this bacteria here, your system will be contaminated and poisoned by ammonia. Your fish will eventually die off. Okay, and that was it.
Agribank, Agribank, season bank, season bank.
The Agricultural Bank of Namibia's Agri Advisory Services Division offers training to farmers and bank clients in various farming enterprises in all 14 regions of Namibia through face-to-face sessions. The AgriLearn online platform will share production content on various agriculture farming enterprises to build the knowledge of farmers from all walks of life. Join us as we embark on this virtual journey towards sustainable farming as we zoom into the basics of rangeland management.
Good day, my name is Erasmus. I'm the technical advisor for livestock and rangeland management for Agribank in the division known as Agri Advisory Services. So we are going to talk about the impact of grazing. Now, as a farmer, you have to plan your grazing, and whatever you are planning, you also need to monitor it. After maybe putting animals in a camp, you also need to monitor it. So there are certain indicators that you have to consider when monitoring your grazing. You need to know the grass species that are there. You need to know how those grass species are utilized and so forth. The dominant ones, the least desired one, and the desirable ones. So all those factors should be part of your monitoring, or they will be your indicators. So when you put animals, cattle, we are talking about grazers now. When you put them in the camp, they don't just start grazing anything. They also do select the best grasses that they want. So that is now the factor of palatability, which will be influenced by the structure of that grass, the nutritional value of that grass, and how easy it is to eat and maybe digest it. So if you look down here, I'm going to go down and show you how selective grazing has an impact on your productivity. So in fact, your grazing productivity It depends on the soil moisture or the rainfall and how you are utilizing your grazing. All right. So if we look down here, we have 3 different grass species. And if you closely look up, all these 3 grass species are utilized differently. So we have one of them, which is the most common one, the nice grass that the animals like Sencres ciliaris, blue buffalo. And then we have the most dominant grass here, around here also, Stipagrosses uniplumis. And then we have another one, that is an Aristida meridionalis. So it's one of the least desirable grasses. So now if we go down, look closer, you can see the animals have selected the best grass, which is now the Sencres ciliaris, blue buffalo. So why? Because it's tastier, and it's easy to bite off, and it's softer and easily digestible compared to the other grasses. So and you can see selective grazing can also be dangerous. One grass species can be overutilized and then they might be disappearing from your grazing area. So it's very dangerous to graze very low like that or to just target one grass species. Yes, Sencres was grazed so low, but now look at the second grass, Stipagrosses uniplumis. It was not grazed as low as the first one. So why? Because the animals, apart from selecting the species, when they come on a specific grass species, they select the parts as well. So they will prefer the soft, nutritious parts on the grass, which is mainly the top parts where there are seeds and so forth. So the cattle could not graze this grass as low as the other one because now it becomes, if you look at the stems or touch them, they are very hard and sticky also, which is also deterring them from eating such a grass. And now again we have this other grass standing tall, like this one, not touched at all. So what does that tell you? So the animals have almost finished the blue buffalo. Their second best grass is Stipagrosses uniplumis, which they could not even eat to the bottom. But now, if you continue like that, you will be left with this grass in your whole grazing area. And then what will the animals eat from then? So when you underutilize the grazing area or the grasses, they may die. And if you overutilize, it will die. So you have to utilize your grazing materials optimally. Don't overgraze and also don't undergraze.
That's it for now. Join us next time for more valuable insights. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to avoid missing out on new content. Also, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages for more content. Did you know you can buy a new or second-hand vehicle such as light delivery vans, trailers, small trucks and tractors for agricultural use? The repayment period for these vehicles ranges between 5 and 10 years. Contact your nearest Agribank branch or visit our website at www.agribank.com.na for more information about this loan product. You can also visit us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn and YouTube. Agribank, your all-season bank.
Van dese week se veilings lyk dan soos volg. Op 30 Mei hou Agra 'n veiling in Windhoek, die NLA's met 'n klein en grootvee veiling op Monica, Karoo Oes op Otchinene en die NLA met 'n groot en kleinvee veiling op Bloemvelde. Ook op die 30ste Mei is die WLA met 'n kleinvee veiling op Riobot. Op 31 Mei is Agra met veilings op Grootfontein, Gobabis en Kois, die NLA met 'n klein en grootvee veiling op Mariental en die WLA met 'n grootvee veiling op Hoogveld. Op 1 Junie is Agra met veilings op Aub en Helmeringhausen, Blouberg met 'n veiling op Otjiwarongo. Op 2 Junie is Agra met 'n veiling op Mariental, Blouberg met 'n veiling op Wilhelmstal en Karoo Oes met 'n veiling op Gobabis. Die dagboek vir die landbouer lyk dan van dese week soos volg. Op 31 Mei hou die pluimveeprodusente vereniging van Namibië en Feedmaster gratis opleiding in pluimveeboerdery in Windhoek. Nou dit vind by 9 Tinstraat by Duyold Chickens Plaas, dis nou tussen 12:00 en 5:00 die middag. Op 24 Junie hou Dr. Herman Fouché 'n inligtingsdag oor die aanplanting van doringlose turksvye op Karasburg. Nou die inligtingsdae sal op altesaam 9 plekke in die land aangebied word. Die NLI verskaf ook dan verskeie kontakbesonderhede van die onderskeie inligtingsdae. Nog so 'n inligtingsdag oor die aanplanting van die doringlose turksvye word dan nou op 28 Junie op Helmeringhausen aangebied. Van dese week se vleispryse, slagpryse dan steeds onveranderd. Abattoirs, Meatco en Windhoek wat vir grade A, B en B tussen 61 Namibiese dollar en $62.50 per kilogram betaal. Beefkorp Okahanya $55 tot $59 Namibiese dollar per kilogram. En in die noordelike kommunale gebiede betaal Meatco, dis nou op Katima, Mulilo en Rundu tussen 30 en $45 Namibiese dollar per kilogram. C-grade Meatco betaal in Windhoek $60 Namibiese dollar. Beefkorp tussen 53 en 59 Namibiese dollar per kilogram en in die noordelike kommunale gebied tussen $30.50 en $44.50 Namibiese dollar per kilogram. Nou ja, veilingpryse, die afwaartse neiging word volgehou. Dit is werklik 'n laagtepunt op veilings wat behaal is. Tollies die afgelope week $27.81 per kilogram, verse $25.36 per kilogram, stoorosse $26.18, stoorverse $24.96, slagosse $28.02, slagverse $26.08, vir koeie maar tot vet per kilogram tussen $18.42 en $26.62, slagbulle $25.89 en koeie met kalwers vir 'n gemiddelde prys van $10.800 Namibiese dollar. Slagskaap dorper $32.27, vetsterte $32.83 en bokke $1,151 per kop. Nou ja, goeie nuus vir die wat wil diere aankoop en beweiding het, minder goeie nuus vir die ander wat moet verkoop. Dit is waarvoor ons vandag tyd het. Onthou, elke Dinsdag is daar 'n Agri Monitor bylaag in die Algemene Zeitung, die Republikein en die Namibian Sun, ons 3 susters koerante. Geniet dit, lekker lees. Dankie vir die saamkuier. Ons maak weer so.